Hi there, I'm Kristen, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Into the Light Healing and Bodywork. This advanced exercise routine was created as safe for first and second trimesters of pregnancy and is specifically geared towards people who have a regular core strengthening routine. If you are not one of these people, I do suggest choosing different, easier practice, because this was really meant to challenge people who already have that core built up. But are pregnant. Okay, so with any exercises while you're pregnant, please be mindful of baby and don't do any exercises or movements that will compress baby's space. You may want to grab a large and a small exercise ball if you have them available to you. All right, I think that's it. So let's get on the mat and we'll get started. All right. We're going to begin sitting on our bottoms with our feet out in front, knees bent, and feet on the ground. Okay, so pull the abdominals in and up to lengthen the spine and really engage and support the spine. And then we're going to lean back here just a little bit so you can feel that engagement increase just a little. And we're going to hold here and breathe. Option to stretch the arms out long. Just kind of getting things warmed up a little bit. You may challenge yourself if you're used to challenging yourself. Lean back a little bit more. Just make sure there's no compromise in the tight hold that you have of your core. Make sure the spine is still reaching long. Crown of the head is reaching for the corner of the wall and ceiling behind you. And then on the next exhale, we're going to lower all the way down. You can use your elbows to lay on our backs. Knees are going to still be bent up. And feet close to the bottom. We're going to tuck our chins here towards our throats and then lift the head. So we're engaging the belly here, strong support, and then we're going to reach our fingertips in the same direction as our toes. So we're really reaching away from us, holding a strong belly here. Now if you'd like, we can start pumping the hands up and down, just moving about an inch, pulsing here. Let's do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and lower down. Relax for just a moment. And then we'll do that one more time. Taking a quick break. Tuck the chin towards the throat. Lift the head, rolling up so shoulder blades come off of the floor. Hands are reaching towards the feet. And then we're going to pump. For 10, 9, 8, low ribs knit together, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I forgot to grab my little ball. So grab your little ball if you've got one. And we're going to put that in between our knees. Okay, see if you can bring your heels any closer to your buns. And then we're going to have our arms alongside. Squeeze the ball with the knees and keep it squeezed. As we exhale, we're going to lift the buns, the pelvis, off of the floor. And let's hold here. So let's try to dig the heels down into the floor. Notice it's kind of pushing my back like up towards the top of the mat. tuck the chin so it stays towards the throat. Keep squeezing that ball. Lengthen the fingers, maybe even pressing down into the floor through the hands. Holding the buns tight. Lots of things at once. Let's maybe hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower down. All right, we're going to do that again, but we're going to do something a little bit different this time. So after we lift up this time, we're going to squeeze and release the ball. Okay, so getting ready, preparing to press down through the heels. Lengthen the thighs away from the body, reaching those hips away, squeezing the buns to lift, and then we're going to squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze, release. Here's 3, 4, we'll go to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, hang in there, we're almost done, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, let's lower down. You can let go of the ball for now. Keep it nearby. We've got something else with that. If you've got one, if you don't have one, you can use a pillow. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier. You can use a pillow or just isometric resistance works too. Okay, next exercise. We're going to bring our knees above our hips, and to do that we really want to engage the abdominals, the low abdominals, by tilting the pelvis backward. So pull the pubic bone up towards the rib cage and keep the low ribs knit together. So we're going to lift here, 1 foot at a time. Feel free to adjust if needed. Okay, see if you can keep this engaged as the arms come up. So we'll bend our elbows and we'll keep the elbows above the shoulders. And then if you feel this is enough of a challenge, please wait here and hold. If you would like to try the next step, what we'll do is stretch the opposite arm and leg in opposite directions. So left elbow straightens and the left hand goes behind the head, and then the right toes reach towards the wall. Okay, and then as we breathe in, we'll bring it back up, and as we breathe out, we'll do the other side. Just find the right level of difficulty for you. Make sure that you're keeping a little bit of space in between the floor and your low back, and the lower down you let your legs go, the more challenging it will be. So to start higher, and then if you're feeling like it's too easy and you need a challenge, then you can lower the legs as you stretch it out. Use your breath here and keep the core engaged. And if it's too much, even with the legs, you can just keep them down and try doing it just with the arms. That would probably work too. Okay, so next one. I'm going to grab the big ball here and sit on it. Then we're going to lean back, kind of walk the feet out a little bit so the ball's going to roll a little underneath you. Hands go interlaced behind the neck or the back of the head. Thumbs going down the neck. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the chin to the throat and then lift the head up a little bit into a crunch. We're doing crunches here, but we've got lots of space for baby. And now we're going to add a twist. So we're going to bring the right elbow over towards the left knee, and then we're going to bring it back, and then left elbow over towards the right knee, and we'll bring it back. Let's do one more on each side. Good job. All right, you can just let go of that ball. And we're going to come onto all fours and then into a plank position. We're going to keep the knees down to start here. Got a little extra weight up front, so it might be challenging to keep the whole body in a straight line. So let's just start with the knees down. So we'll bring the shoulders over top of the wrists, pull the shoulder blades down the back, engage the belly and scoop it in and up, knit the low ribs together. Try to keep a straight line from the top of your head, through the neck, through the shoulders, all the way down the spine, through the pelvis and the thighs, all the way down to the knees. Let's hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. We're going to bring the buns back. And then settle the knees underneath the hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. Okay, next we're going to reach arm and leg in opposite directions, arm and opposite leg in opposite directions. So we'll start by getting ready to plant all of our weight on the left hand and the right knee, and then keeping the pelvis level here by scooping the belly in and up and keeping those low ribs knit together. We're going to reach that right hand forward and the left heel back. Once again, remembering to keep that pelvis level. And then we're going to bring it back down. Your choice here, whether you'd like to switch sides or just keep doing one after another on the same side. Let's try for 10 each side. Okay, so there's 2 each side. Remember the stable spine, pushing out, not collapsing into the shoulders. Pull the back of the head up towards the ceiling. Really engaging that glute as the heel is extending back. And should be around 10 here. Okay, go ahead and sit back on your heels for a minute with your toes tucked under. Maybe even scooching your knees closer to your toes if you can. This is a really nice stretch for the plantar fascia, just as a little bonus for you today. If you've been having a little plantar fasciitis symptoms, this is kind of a nice stretch to help with that. And a little break for us. Alright, so then we're going to get back into it. Same position here. Knees underneath the hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down the back and really press in the hands into the mat. Maybe even getting your fingertips to put some weight through. Okay, next we're going to lift the knee out to the side of the mat while keeping the pelvis level. So this is a little tricky too. We're going to put the weight, let's say, onto the right knee so that it's off of the left and into the hands. We've got hands and right knee bearing weight here as we lift the left knee out to the side, but we try to keep the pelvis level here. We're keeping the belly scooped in and up and the low ribs knit together. We're keeping the neck long with the back of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Should feel it in both hips here, both glutes. Three, two, one. Good job. All right, we'll switch sides. Getting a little break off the wrists if you need it. Maybe try pushing a little bit more into the fingertips if the wrists were talking to you there. Putting weight over on the left knee and into the hands. Fixing the posture, making sure everything is strong and stable, and then we lift the right knee out to the side. Six, five. Keep the pelvis level. It doesn't really matter how high you lift. Lost count a little bit there. I think we're about 2, 1, and done. Okay, right now we're going to come back onto our knees. Come all the way up here. First we're going to bring the right foot forward. Okay. Then tuck the left toes under. As we lift up, we'll find ourselves in a lunge. So press down into those left toes and use that strong right quad to help you get up here. Okay, hands on hips. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Pull your right sit bone towards your left inner thigh to keep the pelvis kind of in line with the front of the mat. We want to keep the right knee above the right ankle. And then we're going to bend the left knee and dip down just a little bit. Strong core here, tight tummy, low ribs knit together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Good. Okay, so we're going to switch feet. You can do that however is comfortable for you. Just bring that left foot forward. Lift the toes so we're not gripping. Left knee comes over the left ankle. Left sit bone goes towards the right inner thigh. Pelvis is in line with the front of the mat. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Abdominals engaged, low ribs knit together. And then we're going to bend that right knee and go into our pulses. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good job. Woo. All right. Right now we'll take a wide stance here. Maybe not that wide. A little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to get into a squat position here. And we're going to want our little ball ready. So go ahead and grab your little ball. A little bit wider than hip distance apart with your feet. We're going to bring the buns back so that the knees can stay over top of the ankles. Let's see if we can squat down a little bit more. Okay, we want the knees and the toes to be kind of pointing in the same direction here. And making sure especially that knees are not forward of the toes. Okay, so that might mean that your chest is leaning forward a little bit. That's great, no problem. Okay, with our ball, or with nothing, can soup, whatever you want to use. We're going to go up in the air with the ball. Here is really important to not let your low ribs flare. So we're going to keep those engaged, and then as we exhale, we're going to twist and bring the ball to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, come back up, don't let those ribs flare, and then exhale to the left side. Inhale up, and exhale. Flow with your breath here. Inhale up. Tight tummy, strong back, straight spine. We're not bending the spine at all. Let's do one more each side. Great. Go ahead and stand tall. Take a little break for the quads here. For the next one, we're going to get a little deeper into the squat. So we'll start with the ball basically touching the floor in a squat position. We're going to press down through the side that the ball's on. We're going to press down and reach to the opposite side, to the sky. Okay, so let's exhale, get into a deep squat. Remember, knees do not come forward of toes. We're going to reach that ball to touch the big toe on the right side and then push through that right foot and extend the ball up and out to the left. Good. We're going to repeat the right side, let's say 5 times. You can do more if you'd like. Okay, ready? Tight tummy, strong spine, low ribs stay knit together, and press through that right leg. That's 5. Good job. A little break here for the quads. And staying in our wide position, we're going to get deep down into the squat again. This time ball touches left big toe. And we're going to press hard into the left foot to power our movement up. Core stays tight, low ribs stay engaged. Okay. Last one. Good job. All right, and you don't have to do this super fast if you don't like to, but I like to. So, done with the ball. Keep your feet where they're at. Maybe turn the toes out a little bit more if you like. We're going to challenge ourselves by trying to get really, really low into a squat, all the way to the floor if possible, if comfortable, using the hands to support. Plenty of space for baby here. This is a good position to be in to practice opening up birth canal. You can use your elbows to press against the knees to keep them wide, stretching through the hips. Wiggling a little side to side helps stretch different muscles. All right, good. I'm going to use a ball for the last exercise. You can sit on a chair or a ball or the floor. Okay. So we're going to practice doing some Kegels. If you've never heard of that, you should Google it. But basically what we're doing is, imagine this is the bottom of your pelvic floor. We're basically pulling the muscles together and lifting up towards the guts. That kind of a motion. So we're just going to sit here. You're not going to see anything. We're just going to sit here and practice lifting those muscles up, 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 and then releasing. So pulling those muscles up and releasing. There are other kinds of Kegels as well, and especially if you're having issues with incontinence or leakage during your pregnancy, it might be a good idea to seek out a pelvic floor physical therapist to help you with that. Just a little plug for PTs. These are great to work in several times per day. Sitting is more challenging of a position than laying down, so if you're feeling nothing happening, please try laying down. Try laying down and imagine you're scooping those muscles at the bottom of the pelvic floor up into the body, into the abdominal cavity. And then just take a break here. We'll just sit and rest. Notice how the body's feeling. Did you get warm? Do your muscles feel tired? Where do you feel it the most? Just pay attention to the little details. Did baby start moving? Thank you so much for taking the time to take care of your body and to take care of your baby to help the birth process to go smoothly. I hope you keep up with these exercises or others and others. Keep yourself strong and healthy. The light and spirit in me honors and appreciates the light and spirit in you. Let peace be with you.